Please don't make another Battlefront game. This could be a very hot take to which I respond, eat Arby's, nerd, but the Battlefront games produced by EA are lackluster. I think that's the word I want to use. While the campaign was very well done, and is probably one of the better Star Wars stories that we've gotten in terms of video games, with characters like Iden and the guy from the second half of the book of Pedro Pascal being massive standouts, and also probably filling in some of the blanks prior to The Force Awakens, the good sequel. It's the multiplayer where the game kind of just sort of falls apart.
You need to leave!
Maybe this is due to my prior experience with EA DICE games where the games just look stunning, but the core fundamentals and the lack of content make the game absolute garbage. Lack of content? Yeah, lack of content. Well, Battlefront 2 was definitely an improvement over Battlefront 1. As someone who was very critical of the first EA Battlefront due to, lack of content, I feel as though Battlefront 2 was better, but it was only like as time went on, it got better. Depending on how you look at that, for better or worse, it's definitely not something that's keeping me around. Like, sort of leaves a sour taste in my mouth, like a Sour Patch Kid or something, like one of those things. None of you know what that is. You're too young. I guess one bonus of Battlefront 2 was its loot box system got people to reevaluate the entire loot box system that we were seeing over that time span, even going as far as causing countries to just straight up ban the loot box system as a whole. I could be a lot harsher over Battlefront 1, but I guess I'd be nitpicking at that point, with its real biggest flaw being the lack of content, where Battlefront 2 felt more like loot boxes, the lack of content at launch, and its ridiculous star card system. I mean, you cannot defend this system. It's terrible. Even playing the game now, yeah, there's a bunch of different heroes and villains, but the amount of weapons usable in the game is just not enough. It feels kind of just barren, which if there's more weapons that are available for the player, they don't allow you to see them, which to me as a player who would put more time into getting them, depending on how much there really is, I can actually do, really kind of turns me away because I'm not seeing it. I'm just seeing this barren wasteland of real unlockables, which is kind of dumb. Oh, by the way, you can upgrade your star cards, a system that kind of caters to those who've played it and grinded it, which for some of you that might be great, but for someone like me, that kind of sucks. Like, as someone who is new to the game and would like to, again, experience what the game has to offer, that's also something that really turns me away. People who have just grinded the crap out of the game and are rewarded for that. Like, I'm not going to be able to compete with those players, or if I have to, it's going to be too infuriating to grind up and just get all that stuff. It's not worth it. Here's the point. I feel as though EA's Battlefront games are just poor excuses for video games. They're just more like cash grabs on an existing IP and with nostalgia instead of expanding on a previously done game mechanic, like some of the best things that they had to offer. Like leaks from Battlefront 3, the one that was in development, point to players being able to go into battle and go from like ground to space combat, which is insane. So, like, why isn't that a thing? Why can't you do that? I feel like the technology we have now would allow you to do that. So, that's it. Those are my thoughts. This isn't something in which we should never see another Battlefront game, but maybe EA shouldn't be doing these ones ever again. They're not good. Maybe we should see something from a different developer with more passion behind it and less caring about like micro DLC, more about the player base that's playing it. So, what are your thoughts on this? Should EA make more Battlefront games? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Eat Arby's if you're mad, and well,